Most people think electric motorcycles aren't made for trips like this. Too short on range, too much hassle, not enough freedom. But I wanted to see for myself. What happens when you stop worrying about how far you can go and just decide to go anyway? Currently in Cumberland Gap, Tennessee, about to climb this big mountain because I want to make it to the Tri-State Point, and it is the official starting point of my trip. I'm trying to find where the trailhead is. I'm in motorcycle pants and boots, and I have no idea how that's going to fare out for me. Where are we going? Made it to the top, to the Tri-State Point. Virginia, Tennessee, Kentucky. I don't know the right way to say this. I'm the westernmost person in Virginia, which just means like I'm a very western person, or I'm the westernmost person, or is it I'm the most western person? I'm standing at the westernmost point in the state of Virginia, and I'm the person that's here. We'll say it like that. Here we go, the Tri-State Point little disc. That's it. So now we ride this way to the Atlantic Ocean. My original plan was to take Route 58, which is Virginia's most continuous road, and it goes all the way to Virginia Beach at the Atlantic Ocean. But I kind of rode on it yesterday to get here. I mean, I will ride it if I have to, but there is a road that's north of here. It's just on the other side of that mountain that kind of parallels 58, and it meets up at the charger that I was going to go to this morning. But first, I need a Wi-Fi so I can check on my laptop to make sure that that route's doable. And I also want to grab some coffee, and it's like right up the road. This parking. Perfect. So I would ride north all through there and charge here at Pennington Gap, which is a charge point charger. Stupid drone went down. God. I think I'm still connected though. Like, why can't you hit a button and hear the damn thing beeping? It's a great little drone, but come on, DJI, like I can see the video feed, bottom right corner. No, you can't see it. All right, supposedly it's up this way, which is ungodly steep, but I can at least see it, or at least see the location. There's fucking snakes and shit in here. This is very, very steep. Of course, there's a fence here. All right, so good news is only when it's connected to this controller. You go to safety, find my drone, start flashing and beeping. I can hear it. It's over there, but I gotta get over this damn fence and barbed wire. and poison ivy, which is everywhere. Alright. Oh, you little piece of crap. For those of you that don't know, I just had this drone replaced. Shit. Because it did the same thing a month ago. It just flew off. And I wasn't using the big remote controller, I was using my phone. So this one was aptly named Icarus 2. Little bastard.
When your life's been put on hold for far too long, when the sorrow and despair is growing strong, there is always something good to be obtained.
Alright, so that was 61.5 miles, and we have 35% battery remaining. Alright, so bike's only got to charge for an hour and a half, or a little bit less, hour and 20 minutes or something like that to get to 100%. So I'm gonna see if there's like a cool little coffee shop and look at the next leg of my route, get something to eat, drink, relax.
Things that kept you chained. So when you find the strength to really shed your skin, all you really need to do is search within.
I've got a huge hill to climb, or mountain rather. It's probably one of the highest mountains in Virginia. It's right next to Mount Rogers. And so it's like a 2,000 feet climb or something like that. The air's already starting to get pretty chilly, and this should be the highest that I'll be at the whole trip, 3,500 feet. Look at all this land slid down into here. Lots of grass is growing over it now, but it's matching this whole side, just crashing into there and then getting swept. Gravel road, okay. I think someone had asked me about whether they would take them all on off-road or not, or if you could do it on some gravel roads, and here we are. You know, and it's not the bike necessarily can't handle it. It's just you want to make sure you've got tires that are suitable for traction on this surface, which these are not the best, but it's a little wet, but it's very well packed, so I'm not too concerned about it.
where we are, and this is where we're going. 246 miles that I need to do today. And I've already paid for the campground for tonight. I have to make it there tonight or I won't get a refund. Once these devices finish charging, I'm gonna hit the road.
So rain should be pretty good today. I plotted the route, checked the elevation, and it's generally all downhill, so should be pretty good going forward for the rest of the trip.
These are some of the best roads of the trip so far. These winding roads through gorgeous landscapes, all downhill. It really felt like I was in the groove.
Like, I've had a blast riding this bike. Oh, wow. The view.
You are way too quiet.
Alright, so uno problemo is the charger is in Sparta, and I just clicked on it and it says under repair, and the other charger that was going to be next is 63 miles away, and I'm already at 80% battery. It's going to be cutting it close. So what I'm going to try to do is just take it easy on the bike. So I'm going to head back where I just came from. Let's see if I can do this. That's just gonna throw off this whole day. But if I can make it there, that's gonna save me time from charging, so I might be able to get to my destination earlier. I just gotta be conservative with the battery.
Okay, so the plan just fell apart. The first charger is down, and I've got to stretch this battery 63 miles farther than I expected. I've got 80% left. That's not terrible, but it's not great either. At this point, everything becomes intentional. Throttle control, regen braking, hypermiling, elevation changes. One bad stretch of uphill could blow this whole thing. I'm doing the math in my head, watching the range, adjusting how I ride, and trying not to think about what happens if I come up short. I've never ridden this bike to 0% before, but here we go.
Alright, so we've got 27 miles range, 19 miles distance remaining. We're in turtle mode. Got 2 miles of range remaining and 0.9 miles distance left to go. And I just saw a Rivian pass me. And I really hope they're not trying to go to the same charger. 1% battery. Of course, the last bit of stretch is going to be a hill. Oh look, 0%. Adventures on 0. Oh, they're using DC. It's alright. Thought I was going to have to fight somebody. Are these working?
That was close, like way too close. But that's the kind of thing with this kind of travel.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how much you plan. There's always going to be something that changes or fails or forces you to adjust. And honestly, that's not a flaw. That's the ride. That's the experience. That's what draws me to do trips like this. If you come into a trip like this expecting everything to work out like a gas bike, you're gonna be frustrated. But if you accept that electric riding has its own rhythm, its own pace, and you lean into that, it actually becomes part of the fun. Now tomorrow, I leave the mountains behind. The final push for the coast is longer, flatter, and way harder than I expected. And just when I thought the worst was behind me, the storm rolls in. This morning, I knew what was waiting for me at the end of the ride. The beach, my wife, and a comfortable place to sleep. But there were over 200 miles between me and all of that. I didn't want to waste time, so I just packed up camp, checked the route one last time, and got moving. This wasn't the final destination, but it was the one I'd been thinking about since I started. At first, I kept pretending it would pass. I would ride on, hoping the clouds would shift, then maybe I could outrun it. But eventually, I realized that this just wasn't weather. It was a part of the trip now, like some force pushing me forward, but on its own terms. So I gave in, pulled over, suited up, and just stopped trying to fight it. The microphone just fell out of my helmet. So no more helmet talking for the time being.
So I don't know what happened. When I pulled into that gas station to get out of the rain, when I stopped, I was at probably 20%, I think. And then I turned the bike off, waited for the rain to calm down, and then turned the bike on and it said 15%. It's like, okay, it's weird. Turn the bike back off, turn it back on, 10%. And so I don't know if it's a balancing issue. I don't know what it is. But I'm only 7 miles away from my planned stop, so I'm hoping that I don't have to really be here too long, and then I can just kind of get back on my way. All right, so I got 5 miles of range. You should always do your motorcycle trips with a tube of epoxy repair. Let's get it all mixed up nice and good. I have one that looks just like it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Same eyes, same colors.
No.
Like, what's the longest he's been out, like, without coming to land?
Oh my God, like it's life with us, so almost 2 years.
Really?
Yeah, we have been in an apartment in Dominican Republic for a month. And
This trip wasn't meant to prove anything.
Currently charging off my truck. Now is at 47% battery.
It was just a reminder that there's still joy in taking the long way around,
Alrighty, let's finish this trip up.
even if you have to stop more often to get there.
Oh, I completely forgot to mention, it's like really late in the day. It's like 3 and I'm starting the last leg of this trip.
It doesn't matter how you ride or what you ride. What matters is that you actually go. That you chase the thing that makes you feel free and you make time for it. It's never the destination that matters, but the journey that you took. It's the effort to get to where you want to go. That's what really counts. Before we wrap this up, I want to say thank you to my wife for your unwavering support and for meeting me at the finish line. To Livewire for trusting me with the bike that made this whole trip possible. And to my Patreon members, your continued support is what allows me to keep chasing adventures just like this one. If you enjoyed this journey and want to be part of the next one, consider joining Patreon. It's the best way to support what I do, and it helps keep me going.
There we are, Atlantic Ocean. 813 miles we did.
We're already here. I touched the... Oh shit. I went from the westernmost point you can be in Virginia to almost the far easternmost point you can be in Virginia. I did it all on the S2 Mulholland. Is it the most practical way to tour on a motorcycle? Absolutely not. There are far better motorcycles, combustion bikes, to do this trip on. But it doesn't mean that I didn't have fun on it. It doesn't mean that it wasn't a fun experience. And I can't wait until the next adventure.